Hello everyone and welcome back, or if you're new here, my name is Josh, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing one of my favorite credit cards that's currently in my wallet. It is the Citi Custom Cash credit card. So I'm going to be going over the main features of this credit card, the pros of it, as well as the cons as well. So hopefully by the end of this video you should have a better idea of whether or not this credit card is a good fit for you. Now, before I get into the main features of this credit card, if you wouldn't mind helping me out real quickly by just giving this video a like, that just helps out with the good old YouTube algorithm. And also consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Also, if you would like to receive up to 12 free stocks from my partner in Webull, in a pinned comment below, I will leave a link where you can receive just that. Okay, so diving right into the main features of this credit card, you are going to be earning 5% cash back on up to $500 in spend in each eligible category. Now, what do I mean by eligible category? Well, currently Citi has 10 different categories set up. So these include restaurants, gas stations, grocery stores, select travel, select transit, select streaming services, drugstores, home improvement stores, fitness clubs, and live entertainment. Now, one thing to note here is that under gas stations, it does say that it excludes purchases at warehouse clubs. Now, I can say personally that I get my gas at Sam's Club, which could be considered like a warehouse club. Now, that does get coded under gas, so it is an eligible 5% category, at least for me. I can't speak for other warehouse clubs, though, say for instance like BJ's or Costco. I'm not sure whether or not you would be earning the 5% cash back under the gas category for them. However, I can say that for Sam's Club, you will be earning the 5% cash back if that is your top spending category. Also, as far as the grocery category goes, unfortunately, if you get a lot of your groceries at Walmart, that will not be coded as groceries, so you will not be able to receive the 5% cash back. Instead, you will only be earning 1% cash back on those purchases. Now, as far as all other purchases that aren't in your top spending category, where you'll be earning 5% cash back in that category, in all other purchases, you will only be earning 1% cash back. Furthermore, Citi is currently offering a $200 spend bonus if you're able to spend at least $1,500 within the first 6 months of having this credit card. So that's around $250 per month in spend over the first 6 months, which shouldn't be too difficult to achieve for most people. Now, as far as redeeming your rewards, you do have a few different ways to do so. So you can choose to have a direct deposit sent to your bank account, a check sent to you in the mail, a statement credit to reduce your overall balance. You can also shop with your points on Amazon.com, and you can redeem for gift cards or travel. There is also no minimum that you need in order to redeem your points, so you can redeem your points for a direct deposit of 1 cent if you want to, which is really great, because with other credit cards, unfortunately, you might need like a minimum balance of say like $25 for a direct deposit or a check in the mail. With Citi, there are no minimums, so that's a huge plus as well. Also, these points never expire as long as your account stays open, so you don't have to rush to redeem your points if you don't want to redeem them right this minute. Also, with the card, you're offered a little bit of extra security protection. So you're given MasterCard ID theft protection, which helps eliminate the worry of identity theft by monitoring and alerting cardholders if suspicious activity is found. You're also given a $0 liability on unauthorized charges, which means that if someone uses your card without your authorization, whether it's your physical card or maybe they stole your card on the dark web, you will not be liable to pay for those charges. And finally, if you lose your card, you can actually use their mobile app to lock your card. That way, if someone tries to go and use it, the transaction will not go through. Now, as far as some other main features of this card, starting out for the first 15 months, you will have a 0% intro APR special on purchases and balance transfers. So if you have some large transactions coming up that you're not going to be able to pay off in full right away, you could put it on this card and slowly pay it off over 15 months. However, you will want to make sure to pay off the card in full after those first 15 months expire, because after the first 15 months, the APR will then jump up to 18.74 to 28.74%. So after those first 15 months, you will want to make sure to pay off the card. Also, as far as balance transfers go, if you currently have another credit card where you're paying a lot of money in interest every single month, you could perhaps transfer that balance over to this one, and for the first 15 months, you will have a 0% intro APR, so that would be a pretty good bonus as well. Of course, this is not financial advice, but it is something that you could definitely consider. Moreover, there is no annual fee with this credit card, so that is a really great bonus because you don't have to sit and look at the benefits each and every year and wonder whether or not paying an annual fee for this credit card would be worth it, because there is no annual fee. However, there are some other fees that you'll definitely want to keep an eye out on. So these include a foreign transaction fee of 3% of each purchase made outside the country. And even though you're offered a 0% intro APR for the first 15 months on balance transfers, there is currently a fee of either $5 or 5% of the amount of each transfer, whichever is greater. Also, if you decide to take out a cash advance, which I strongly recommend against doing, you will be hit with a fee of either $10 or 5% of the amount of each cash advance, whichever happens to be greater. Moreover, there is a late payment and return payment fee of up to $41. But as long as you're paying on time and you're not having any return payments, obviously this is a fee that you really don't have to worry about. Now, as far as the biggest pros of the Citi Custom Cash go, first off, I would have to say that earning 5% cash back in the top spending category is definitely the biggest advantage of this credit card. It's why it's probably my favorite credit card. I currently use it solely on gasoline, just because that used to be the category that I would spend the most in. However, I do believe that I probably will be switching that over to grocery very soon. So you pretty much can look at your transactions, see which category you usually spend the most in, or if it changes from month to month, you can use this credit card solely in the category that you believe you'll be spending the most in. Also, another huge advantage of this credit card is that $200 spend bonus, as long as you spend $1,500 within the first 6 months. And like I mentioned, on average, that's only $250 per month over the first 6 months. So that's really not a lot of money to spend. Also, the fact that there is a $0 annual fee is also a huge advantage, because you don't have to look at this credit card and figure out whether or not it's worth it paying an annual fee with the benefits that you're receiving, because there is no annual fee. And finally, the last advantage of this credit card is the fact that there is a 0% intro APR on purchases and balance transfers. So again, if you do have a large transaction coming up, you can definitely take advantage of the 0% intro APR. Now, as far as the biggest cons of this credit card, first off, I would have to say that in all other spending categories, other than your top spending category, you're only earning 1% cash back, which is a very low number. That's why I would also recommend that perhaps maybe you get another credit card that's going to be earning 2% cash back. That could be like the Wells Fargo Active Cash Card or the Citi Double Cash Card. That way you can use the Wells Fargo Active Cash Card or the Citi Double Cash credit card for all other transactions that are not in your top spending category. That way you're earning 5% cash back in your top spending category and then 2% cash back on everything else. Also, another drawback of this credit card is that the 5% cash back in your top spending category is capped at $500 every statement period. So if you're spending a lot in your top spending category, that's say like $1,000, you're only going to be receiving 5% cash back on the first $500 that you spend. Everything else after $500, you're only going to be earning 1% cash back in. And finally, the last real drawback of this credit card is the fact that yes, there is a 3% foreign transaction fee. So if you do happen to go abroad, this is a credit card that you'll probably want to leave back at home. Now, to sum things up here, I would have to say this is a pretty good credit card overall, and I would definitely recommend it. After all, I do have it in my own wallet. I use it each and every month, and I think that everyone could get value out of it. However, this is just for me. You're going to have to sit down and analyze the pros and cons of this credit card and see whether or not it fits in your personal lifestyle. But on that note, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I do hope that I was able to explain this credit card in a way where now you have a better idea of whether or not this credit card is a good fit for you. If I did, again, I would greatly appreciate if you could give this video a like, consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video.